This is just a reminder for you to become more compassionate for your fellow humans. And the reason I'm making this video is, as a nurse, I get, the stereotype of being compassionate. And I think that is true. I think I'm probably more compassionate than most people. And I mean, I think about it and I'm making a video about it, and most people don't even do that. And yet I know I have gotten away from that. Compassion fatigue is this thing they talk about in the medical system, where people like doctors, nurses, and people who work in healthcare, they just don't have the patience anymore. They don't have the time or the understanding or the empathy to really think about what's going on with other people around them. And as I've gotten farther away from nursing school, because nursing school or healthcare school is really the time where you're going to be the most compassionate. And I lost a lot of that in the 5 years that I've been outside of school. Excuse me. And it really sucks. And I'm glad I've just been getting more reminded. And when you're a young person, like I'm 31 now, but when you're like in your 20s, all you're trying to do is just like get a step ahead of everybody. You're just trying to not step on people directly, but just like get better than everybody. Like, unless you are just like somebody who wants to be mediocre your entire life, which is most people, then you understand that you're inherently ambitious. You're somebody that wants to get something. You want to have more money than everybody else. You want to get more chicks than everybody else. You want to be more successful than everybody else. And on the way to doing that, we lose sight of what it means to be human. And that is taking care of each other and promoting the survivability of everybody. Now people will say, survival of the fittest, this, that. And it's like, that game's not even about it anymore, right? Like, people don't even care about having kids anymore. Not to say that that's the right thing or that's the wrong thing, but that is just not where we're at as a civilization anymore. All we have been doing recently has been separating ourselves from everyone else, right? I live in Vancouver, Canada. Right now I'm in the States, and the States where I'm at currently is pretty community-based, I would say. And, there's like disasters, wildfires going on, and the whole community comes together and does something about it, which I appreciate. And that's maybe just like because it's a smaller town compared to Vancouver, which is a huge city. But most cities are trending towards a life of individualism and of loneliness. I don't want to say loneliness epidemics. I don't think that's true. I think it's just like people are just so out for themselves now that they don't give a fuck about other people. They just don't think about it. Like, they're like, all I want to do is be better than the next person next to me. All I do is I see somebody, I compare them, and I'm like, why are they better than me? How can I be better than them? I mean, this is what goes through my head and what has gone through my head in my life. But as I get older, the more I realize like that shit is just so pointless. And I mean, not to say like don't compare yourself to others if it means improving yourself. There's nothing wrong with improving yourself. And in fact, you always should. And you know what? The motivation might be there when you compare yourself to somebody else. At the end of the day, of course, you'd like to compare yourself to you in the past and remember, and that's like how you become grateful, and that's how you become optimistic for the future, because you keep looking at the past and how much you've hopefully moved forward and how much you've grown. So compassionate people are being lost, and it really sucks. And we are just continuously divided by governments, by social media. Everything has to be this or that. You got to be vegan, you got to be carnivore, you got to be Democratic, you got to be Republican, you got to do all these things. Everything is to split us. The type of music you got. Do you support DEI? Dumb shit like that. Like, oh, the rights of other people. It's like, why is that even a thing, dude? Like, why are we talking about like LGBTQ and saying like, oh, this should be banned. There's only two this, only two that. It's like, who gives a fuck, really? Like, you are wasting your time debating shit that really doesn't matter. When what does matter is everybody trying to have the best life that they can while they're here. And it's really sad because everybody thinks they have to step on other people, or that they have to just like lock in and stay at home and be a hermit and do these things and not look out for the people they love, or the people that they don't love, or the people they don't even know. It's sad. It's really sad to see like people talk shit about like a patient or something, like when they're like going through like the worst time in their life, and they're just like, oh, this person's probably a drug addict, this person's a thing, this, that, all these problems with this person that we forget, like, holy fuck, how privileged am I? How lucky am I to be a young man, to have enough money in the bank where I don't have to worry about it. I just read in the newspaper here in Spokane, Washington, that 56% of Americans don't even have a $500, can't even cover a $500 emergency fee. And that is so fucking sad. And I feel really bad because $500 is very little in my eyes. And that's not fair for me to say, right? I'm privileged to say that. And checking your privilege is one way that you can become more compassionate for your fellow person. And so I want this to be like, everybody's like, yo, just touch grass. Like whenever you're like getting kind of all heady and you're just like being, your ego's kind of inflating you a little bit. But really what you need to do is you need to start like taking the bus or something, or like seeing exactly what it's like to be somebody else, or like trying to put yourself into somebody else's shoes, right? Like it's cliche, but it's so true. And that's something that we all lose, right? Like when we're younger, we like are taught to share, taught to do all these things. And then when we're older, all we do is think about ourselves and our family and this and that and that. And we just stop volunteering. We stop doing things that serve others because we're so scared. We're scared that if other people have shit, then we don't have shit. And that is just not the reality. There is an abundance of things for everybody on this planet. And we need to help others get that. And that just, it sounds simple and it sounds like it should be obvious. It's like, why be strong? Why do I want to be the man that I want to be? Somebody dependable, responsible, somebody that can take care of others. It's because not everyone has the privilege. Not everyone's as lucky. Not everyone's as strong as me. Not everyone understands that I or you need to pick up the slack of other people, right? People just think, oh, they're low lives, homeless people, especially. Like, I get it, man. Like, I'll see some homeless people and I'm like, fuck, man, that is such a bummer. Sometimes I'll get pissed and I'll be like, well, why is this? Why is that? Why is this? And then it's like, oh yeah, I just forgot that like my life is nothing like theirs, that I didn't grow up in a fucked up household. I wasn't born doomed like a lot of people are. And so what? Now I just talk shit about it. I just judge other people. What do I get out of that? I just further divide me and the lower class and the lower class. And then dudes want to get rich quick, right? And they get rich quick. And then they like just see themselves becoming lonelier and lonelier because it's lonely at the top, man. You know how it is. And they forget everything. They forget where they came from. They forget all the other things that happened when you were nothing, when you were shit, when you were going through it. Getting sad that people weren't there to support you. And now people are like not supporting you now as you're climbing, right? And that it's a two-way street, but people are just so self-absorbed, and it's not the way to live, man. Like there's no happiness in it, in being better than everybody. You don't want to be Elon Musk. You don't want to be Bezos, just rich as fuck, getting like your girl's cheating on you all the time. Like, yeah, you have unlimited money. You could do whatever you want. And yet their philanthropy or their pedophilia is really what drives them, right? Like they're fucked up. Like, I'm not saying like all rich people are fucked up. Not all philanthropists are fucked up, but it's just like the way things are, especially at the top. There's some satanic shit we don't even have to talk about, but really people just lose sight of what the common man or common woman is going through. Imagine what it's like. Put yourself in the shoes of somebody who's like has to put kids through, daycares and shit like that, and like how much money that costs. And just look at other people and how bad they've got it, and not only be grateful and optimistic for your own future, but try and help out. It doesn't take much, that just might mean like smiling at people when you walk by them, having a conversation with somebody who, like this happened to me on the bus the other day. And it's like, this dude, we were just talking about, honestly, and the bus is like such a funny thing because the bus is like either has like the craziest people ever or like the most like just like people who are like just putting their head down trying to get to work kind of thing, right? Like not everyone can afford a car. In America, all people care about are cars, which I get because I'm such a car person. But now that I don't have one, taking the bus has really humbled me and has just really shown me a side and has really made me more compassionate towards other people because I see it. I see the lower rungs of this societal ladder that we've created, and it's fun, right? Like, I don't know, I like not like they're circus freaks or I'm a circus freak, but I get called out for being sketchy looking. This guy literally told me I look so sketchy and then proceeded to lay on me his entire life story, how he's an alcoholic, how he does all these things. And I was just like, damn, like, I'm glad I got to listen to that because I totally forgot what it's like. I just hang out at home. I meal prep. I do my stuff. I go to work. I make good money. I have an amazing girlfriend, amazing family. I got nothing to worry about. My health is there, though I've had my times, and I'm doing so well that I forgot, this guy's battling alcoholism or, embarrassment from seeing coworkers at the hospital that he works at. And and I like can't even relate anymore. And it's like, what happened? What happened to me? What happened to you where you just like can't relate to somebody who's going through it? Why can't I help? Why can't I just be like, you know what, man? Like I'm like I listened to him. I asked him some questions. I told him, you know, there's nothing. You don't have to go back. You don't have to do these things. Try and give him some advice, some motivation to like change, right? And that's all you got to do. That's it. Like, just put yourself in other people's shoes, right? Like other people, other creatures, like animals and stuff like that. And I'm getting more into that as well, like animal rights and veganism and things, because some people can't protect themselves. Some people can't take care of themselves. And so it's on you to take care of them. Why be rich? Why be strong? Why be dependable and responsible if you can't take care of other people? Just so you can do it for yourself? Just so you can lower yourself into your own grave? Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's just kind of my spiel on being compassionate with people. You know, take the time out and volunteer, do something that can help others. Donate books, donate your goods, the shit you don't need, because we're all so consumer focused that we just take, and we forget to give to people who are in need. And so this is just a reminder to help others, help your fellow man or woman, help the kids, help the old folks, man. Like, I know we can diss boomers, we can diss the upper generations, but man, they're getting sick, they're getting old. Those are your parents, those are your grandparents. Take care of them, man. Life is short. Make it the best for everybody that you come across. And always remember to rep the set. I'll see you in the next one.